Okay, I think I may have spoken too soon when I suggested that I'd sorted out the IR on this, because further testing is giving results that aren't as well, show that it probably wasn't working. So let's show you some more tests to see if we can figure out between us where it goes from here. First of all, just to refresh memories, this is the program that I wrote that I thought was proving the IR was working, because we should only roll backwards if the IR is detecting something. That's what this program says, and I'm fairly sure about the logic of that. So let's watch this working. So it's rolling forwards, that's the indication that it started. We get that, then it rolls backwards, and I thought that was because the IR was picking up on this, and it's going to repeat that a few times for the program to do. Now, what we've also learnt through communication from Meccano is that the working distance for these sensors is 6 to 24 inches, which would also possibly suggest that servo's too close for that IR to be working, but anyway, come back to that later on. Now then, the thing that sort of buggers this up as showing that it's the IR sensor working as planned is that if I do this, and move that over there so it's clearly out of view of the IR sensor, and then launch the same program, we get the same results. So, you know, that's not the IR sensor picking up on this, that's the well, I don't know what's causing it to go back, because the IR sensor is sending a signal for that to happen, but it's clearly not picking up on the movement of that, and that's just pointing into empty space. There's nothing close enough to be setting it off, I wouldn't have thought. But, so that's that. So I don't think the IR sensor was working, I think there's some sort of glitch, but just to give some more data points, I don't know what this means particularly, but just to show you something else that we did. This will teach me not to spout off success too quickly and to do some more testing, I guess. So, come on, you bloody thing. Let's just touch it again. That before was with the IR sensor bit here, with that set to near. Now if I change that, come on, if I change that to middle and then launch the program, get that, and then the infrared sensor doesn't want to play at all, so clearly the near bit has got something to do with it. You also get the same results if I change that to far, launch the program. Nothing happening. And finally, the other option that's available here is empty. So let's launch that. So none of those are doing anything apart from the near, and when the near does something, it does it regardless of what that sensor's waving in front of it. So just at the minute I'm a little bit stuck for a protocol. Yeah, so see what you make of that. I'm just going to turn the camera off now and then change the IR sensor over for a different one and just see if there is any difference with a different sensor on. So I'll change the camera off while I bugger about with that, and we'll come back and try it with a different sensor and see if that makes any difference to what's happening there. Okay, different sensor in place. This is the original program, does the near one. Let's see what happens. So it reverses, so we're getting the same effects there. Right, so that's that. Then let's just quickly take this out and try it so this is moving out of view of the sensor and see if in there it still has a trigger. So there we go. Nothing should now be in view of the sensor. Let's launch that program. Starts. He's going, but he's out of view of the sensor, and that still reverses. So it's not because it's picking something up. Lost. Colour me baffled. No idea what's going on here. So that's that one stopping, and then just to repeat on the, so we're getting another data point on the middle and what all the distances it was. Middle and far, wasn't it? So we'll just make sure that this is doing the same thing here and that, and I'm not getting a result, although I mean I suppose I'm not changing the distance of the sensor, although given that it supposedly got a result when that wasn't in view, who knows. I'm just talking to myself at this point in time with no particular logic, but there we go. Right, let's change this, come on, bloody thing. Right, middle. Launch it. And when it's set to middle, there's nothing going back through the IR sensor. So, yeah. I have no conclusions from this other than the IR sensor clearly isn't working as I thought it was, and I haven't had a success. So, stupid Andrew. But see if anybody can make something out of this and what we've done, and it's some more data and testing for people to look at. If I get any brighter ideas along the way, then I'll make a video and let you know. So, cheers.